Hey, hey, how's it going? We are in our arms and abs for Deep Fit in our fifth week. I have a set of 30-pound dumbbells and a set of 15s. And I think that's about it. All that we have to go through, all that we have to deal with. So I have been loving starting with our child's pose, starting with that initial arm reach. If you struggle to get your arms up overhead, over shoulders, then this needs to be a part of your daily regimen just to get that stretch. So maybe you have some limiting factors in your joints, in your neck, whatever, to get your arms overhead with weight, but we've got to be able to get that arm extended up overhead, whether here or, join me now, downward facing dog. So if you need to bend your knees, drive your hips up and back, ears inside those biceps, right? So now our arms are up and over again. Or in a bird dog or lying on your back, but please make sure you're getting your arms up overhead. That is a range of motion that we don't want to lose. We need to be able to get those arms up because it helps get those ribs into a moving and mobile position as well, and helps us then be able to incorporate really healthy breathing patterns. It's the idea, right? So one small thing that gets shifted or taken away from us, shift into your upward facing dog, can relate later into other issues and factors. So maybe you have some low back issues and it comes from the ribs getting a little bit stuck or immobile, and that comes from not having a deep, full breathing pattern, and that could come from immobile shoulders. So work on everything. Even if you're not able to do something weighted, still try your best to get your joints through full ranges of motion. Okay, so from here, we're going to go straight into our first little exercise. We are going to do a down dog single arm reach. So 5 per side. Drop your heels toward the ground. If you need to bend your knees, please do. Push your chest back so that your ears are inside your biceps. Reach your left arm to the left calf or the right calf. Then you're going to shift forward, reaching the arm through, trying to keep the hips as level as possible. This is our third. We're going to go to 5. Get the core going, using that upper back to manage your shifts. Switch, right arm reaches back, and then forward. 2, 3, tuck and flex through that abdomen. 4, we're going to go into push-ups next. If you don't do a push-up, no problem. Just flip over onto your back, hit a chest press. We're going to hit chest presses later, but you can get a couple more. We're going to go for 20. So just find that range of motion. Make sure that the belly is strong. So your push-up is a moving plank. Dropping and driving. Pushing through that chest. Trying to get your hips to lift and lower with the shoulders. 18, 19, and 20. Whew, those always get me. Okay, coming up to back taps now. I'm going to be using my 15s. We're going to try to stick with our 20 reps. So, palms are going to face back or kind of toward the side. Hinge forward, tap your arms behind, getting into the back. So nice here, that little bit of antagonist muscle group from the chest, getting into the back now, but really trying to find our triceps as well. No big deal if you do not tap the weights. Try to keep that lengthening through the spine. So as you tap behind, you're not rounding. Make sure you're not swinging. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to be down onto the ground. We're going to do a tricep pull over press. So both of your weights, you can lift the hips or keep them on the ground, up to you. Start with your elbows, 90-degree angle at your side. From here, keep the 90-degree angle. Rotate from your shoulders back. So we're basically in a skull crusher position. Bring your elbows back down, then press up. We're only doing 10 of these. Drop the elbows, rotate back, keep your elbows squeezed in so that they're right over the shoulders. 2, press up, drop down, rotate back, rotate down, press up, drop your elbows. Keep that 90-degree bend, rotate back, drop down, and press. Drop in, rotate back, drop in, and up. This is 8. Keep watch on that core and upper back. We want that stability for the low back and the shoulders. One more. Woo. Feel those arms light up. Okay, we're going to stay on the back, on our ground, on our back, on the ground, and we're going to shift into our chest press. So just 10 reps here. We're going to go into that heavier weight. Okay, rolling back and down. Again. And if you would like, get your hips up again. Flex through those glutes, elbows open wide. Wrists are right over the elbows. Press straight up over that chest. Open through the chest. Exhale with your effort. So as you're driving, those weights up over the chest. 7, 8. Grip into those glutes. 9, 10. Beautiful job. All right. Next up, done with arms for a second. We're going to go into our abs. Okay, starting off with a runner sit-up. Push that low back into the ground. Scoop through the belly. Your elbows tuck in tight. And then use the core to bring opposite knee and elbow together. Trying not to throw your arms. 10 per side. Here's 6. 7, scoop the belly so you can try to push that low back toward the ground. 9, 10. Don't forget your little twist. Oblique V-ups. One hand out, legs come up with that arm. Find your obliques. If you need to, you can do one leg. It's a little easier. But make sure you're feeling the oblique grab and pull as opposed to just that abductor and the glute. Other side. 10. 7, 6, 4, 2, and 1. All right, back to your back. We're going to get that lower abdominal region now. We're going to do a reverse crunch. So keep your heels on your hips. Hands can be on the ground. Tuck your knees into the chest and then slowly lower. It's okay if you don't get very high. The idea is to just feel that low contraction. Make sure you can keep your heels close to your butt. 8, 9, 10. All right, back to our runner sit-ups. Here we go. 1, Keep that chin tucked in. If you can keep your chin in, chances are you'll not be yanking on that neck as much and putting as much pressure there. 10. All right, oblique V up, start on that second side. Try to lay all the way down onto your armpit, then lift up off the ground. So it's not just the legs moving. 10. Other side. 8, 9, 10. All right. Back to our reverse crunches. Tuck it in. Feel that lower portion of the abs. Your feet are going to want to pop up off the hips in order to try to find momentum to help get your knees in. But try not to let that happen. Little stretch through the abs. Reach your legs and arms overhead and out away from you. Okay, one more round. Make sure you're tightening and grabbing through those abs to help support those hip flexors. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, okay. Definitely feeling the abs. So try your best to keep interior core flexion. These are kind of more exterior, topical, visual abdominals. Keep those interior flexions to support the move, support your back and your hip flexors. 10. 3. 6, 9, 10. All right, our reverse crunch. Tuck it in. Oh, woo. All right, flip over with me. Come into that seal pose or up dog, elbows squeeze in tight. Let those abs open and stretch. Okay, we're going to finish our round with 30 mountain climbers. So high plank, find that flexion through the core, then run those knees in. You should feel the work start to build in your heart, your breathing, keeping those abs steady. Utilize your back to help hold flexion and support for the shoulders. Okay, back into that down dog. Drive your chest up and back. This should feel like a resting pose. If not, hit up your child's pose. And then we're going to do our down dog reach. So reach that left hand back to the right calf. 5, 4, 3, 2. Tucking the tailbone, pulling the belly button in, so we're not just sinking and sagging in the hips. So now we're on that left hand on the ground. 3, 4, and 5. All right. Push-ups are next. 20. It's going to be a little bit of a doozy. Recognize when you need a little second to help facilitate a better next set. Whatever that means, if it's getting your push-ups or being able to keep the core strong to support. I don't really care what your range is, but keep that solid plank position. Elbows kind of pulling back at an angle as opposed to straight out. See if you can hold the back of your head up instead of dropping the forehead to the ground. Ooh, going from 10 to 20 is special. All right, little stretch. And then we're going to go into those back taps. Sticking with 20 reps here. Shoulders back and down. Belly nice and strong. Little hinge. See if you can feel the back. Do the work. Roll the shoulders back. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Hold that core strong and steady. Here's 15. 19 and 20. Okay, on the ground, we're going to do our tricep pullover press. Just 10 here. Drive those hips up if that's your choice. Find that solid grip in the core and the glutes. Rotate your arms back, squeezing your arms in. Drop to the ground, press overhead. That's 1. 2, drop the elbows. Rotate back. Drop your elbows down and then up. Feel those triceps. Seven. Open through the chest. Feel healthy rotation on those shoulders. 10. It's all in keeping those elbows tight. Grab a little cactus stretch here. Whew. All right, into our chest press. 10 reps here. Again, your choice, hips up or not. Making sure to keep your press right up over your chest, as opposed to creeping back toward your shoulders and neck. One more for me. Whew. Nice work. Alrighty. I hope you're ready for some more abs. Take a little twist if you'd like. Open up through that chest and the ribs. If you need to slow it down, go partial range of motion, or switch into a dead bug, or a bird dog, or just a crunch, pelvic tucks, please do so. We want to get healthy flexion of the core and abdominals, not just impacting the low back and the hip flexors. 10. All right, oblique V-ups. Feel those obliques, pulling the legs. 5. 9. 10. Check in. Feel the work where you want it. 8. 9. 10. Okay. Crazy how easy that was compared to the third round last time. Really goes to show what can happen with a little break in a certain muscle group. That's why breaks are effective and really required to make significant progress in your sets, especially if you're going to to failure, sorry. Woo! Okay, here we go, back at it. Scoop. Remember, we want to keep that chin tucked. The trick here is to not relax the abs once you're in that lay down position. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, ten, and 10. Okay, so fun. Extend. 1, 7, 8, 9, 10. Target those obliques. Get the work where you want it. Lie down onto that shoulder and then lift. Make it happen. Don't give yourself an out. 6, 7, 9, 10. All right. Reverse crunches. Keep your heels close to your hips. Oh, 9, 10. Okay, one more, then our mountain climbers, and we stretch. Solid 2-set day. Feel those hips tuck. Pull that low back in. Feel that flexion already. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Flex it in. Get it where you want it. Find how to make it just a little tougher. 5, 8, 9, 10. Holy cow. 6, 9, 10. Okay. Find that reverse crunch. Keep your heels low. So here, before you even start your first repetition, find that flexion, barely tugging your tailbone up off the ground. Then add the little roll. Oh. 9 and 10. Okay, flip it over. Pull that chest through real quick. Then we're going to go into our mountain climbers. 60 total, 30 per side. Here we go. High plank. 1, 29, 30. Oh, sink back. Child's pose. Let your hips shift to the left, then shift to the right. Now see if you can get your forehead all the way on the ground. Drop and push your left armpit toward the ground. Let your right armpit raise. Then your other side, right armpit drops. Left armpit raises. Back to the middle. Put your hands together, fold at the elbows and reach your fingertips down your back. Press your elbows forward and down. So feel that shoulder head kind of flare, and then the triceps get a wonderful stretch. Okay, release and come up. Turn your fingertips back towards your knees. Bend your right elbow and then bend your left. Getting that stretch through the forearms. And then we're going to turn the other direction. Palms face up toward your armpits. Let your elbows rotate out and then in. Out and in. Perfect. Okay, plant back onto your hands. Inhale your left arm up. Inhale, rotate. Let your hips shift to the left. Hold here. 3, 2, and 1. Slide your arm under and through. Let your hips pull back to the left. Maybe take your right arm, pull the left hand just a little more. It kind of gives those hips the ability to pull to the left a little deeper as well. All right, press it up. Left hand on the ground. Inhale, bring that right arm up. 3, 2. You can let your hips pull to the right a little. 1. Slide that right arm under. Rest your head on the ground. Take your left hand and pull the right arm away. Let those hips shift back to the right. Good build of grip, strength, range of motion for those arms. We got into the back and the chest. Lots of abs. Okay, curl your toes under, sit back on your heels. Take your left fingertips down, tent your palm, and then reach your right arm up and over. Let your hips swing to the right. Now take that right arm, grab it with the left hand, pull it to the left hip. Open the chest, roll the shoulder back, and lean your head to the left. So you should feel a nice stretch through that bicep tendon, front of the shoulder. Really pull that shoulder head back though. It's like you're trying to keep folding that elbow back. Okay? Tent your right fingertips on the ground. Left arm up and reach over. And then bring your left hand to the right hip. Open through that shoulder, pulling the elbow back. Fantastic job. Quick little forearm stretch again. Thumbs are up, palms. So thumbs are up first, then rotate so the palms are up and the thumbs are back, open through the chest. Nice job. All right, as always, thanks for joining me. I'll see you again tomorrow for our full body day. Have a good one.